All right, with that said, you guys ready for some modifieds? We told you we'd get these guys out here for you early today. They're number 2 in the running order. And as they rumble onto the racetrack, it's my pleasure to introduce to the microphone guy I've been looking forward to working with here at Wiscasset. Want to welcome Mr. John Spence, the voice of the Modified Racing Series.
Well, thank you very much, Ken. It's great to be here. It's great to see you, finally get to meet you yourself. We've got a nice field of cars that are making their way out onto the racetrack right now. 18 cars made their way into the pit area this afternoon. And these drivers and these cars are considered the men that live by the grace of God and 600 horsepower. Let's run down the starting lineup. Car number 55 is going to be wheeled by one of our young drivers. Comes to us from Framingham, Massachusetts. His dad has raced here in the state of Maine before. This kid has done some racing here in one of, I believe it's your Legends division. Ryan Doucette is behind the wheel of car number 55. Now, the guy that's going to line up on the outside is going to be car number 21. His name is Tyler Barry. He's coming to us from the state of Connecticut. He is 15 years young. Next in the field is going to be the 29 MA. He is starting 3rd on the grid. And behind the wheel is going to be well, we have a correction to make on our entry list here, and we certainly will do that come feature time. Sorry about that. Don Horvath is the veteran flagman on the flag stand. Into the corner they go, into turn number 3. Off the corner. Powering down into turn number 1. Now keep an eye on 15-year-old Tyler Barry. He is in that number 21. In the 3rd spot, comes to us from the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. That is the number 25. And behind the wheel, Matt Swanson behind the wheel of the number 25. Race leader in that number 27. Doing a fine job here. Ruby. And here comes Swanson right behind him. Car number 25, New Hampshire, Brian Roby is running in the number 4 position. Then it's Tyler Barry, and we are already going halfway. Good battle going on side by side in the turn number 1 between Kurt Vigent. He's on the inside in car number 7. 12 lap heat races for the MRS. Derek Roby's doing a nice job keeping the 2nd place competitor at bay. Ground pounding modifieds. Delighted to be here tonight as we present a 100 lap feature race. 2 more trips around the 3/8 mile oval. And the white flag is quickly on the speedway. Here they come off the number 4 corner. Matt Swanson. Looks like he wants the top spot. However, he's going to have to work for it going into turn number 3. Side by side, Nerf bar to Nerf bar as they come to the checkers. Down the straightaway, Swanson nails it. Very competitive race by Swanson right down to the very end. Interesting sidebar on that car. He showed up before the car did today. The car got here late, and I don't know if they had some notes from the last time we raced here, but car owner was able to get that car set up for Swanson, and you saw the opportunity he seized going into the corner, and he was able to nail down the he win. This racetrack is perfect for modified race cars. The starting lineup on the next heat race is going to feature Donnie Lashawa, longtime racing veteran in New Hampshire. He's raced the dirt, and he's also competed quite a bit in his racing career in pro stocks and in modifieds, and he's driving the number 17 car. Hails from Canaan, New Hampshire. On the outside, it is going to be number 63, slated to take that spot. And the driver comes to us from Ware, New Hampshire. His name is Chris Bolton, and he's in the MT Williams Sand and Gravel sponsored modified. Car number 60, Andy Shaw. Talked with a member of their crew this afternoon. They feel the car is going very, very well. He's out of Conway, New Hampshire. In the number 31's another one of the young drivers. That's David Sharon from Thompson, Connecticut. Anthony Bello is another one of the 15-year-old entries. He's out of Newtown, Connecticut, in the Buckeye Construction, a modified. That's number 12. Next row, you'll find number 27, Kevin Iannarelli. iRacing sponsors his efforts. Again, that's the number 27 out of Maynard, Massachusetts. Car number 47 at the back end of the field, Jacob Perry. 1-hour opener at Monadnock Speedway in New Hampshire. Another one of the big guns, young guns in modified racing competition. Gary Byington is in the 30. Blast down that back straightaway. And right at the outset here, we got a competitive race coming through the field. Andy Shaw is in the number 60. As I noted, they felt very good about that car and the way it was running during the practice sessions earlier this afternoon. Shaw continues to be the pace setter. Out of the turn, Bolton's in third spot. Comes right up behind Perry. A little touch over there in between 3 and 4. No harm done. Well, we got one going around in turn number 2. Folks over there in the number 2 corner in the grandstand, they're getting a good whiff of what Hoosier Racing tires smell like. David Sharon, the Thompson, Connecticut entry, going around in turn number 2. "100 laps of competition for the modifieds. Delighted to be here. A big thank you to the Jordan family and everyone involved with this tremendous racing operation. We hear a lot of good things in our travels. Donnie Lashua is in car number 17. This series is now in its 18th year. An entry in the field this afternoon, Joe Ventrillo out of Methuen, Massachusetts. He made a start in the recent race in Epping, New Hampshire with the Tri-Track Modifieds, driving the number 41 Modified. You may have seen it out there during practice, but unfortunately lost an engine, blew the motor in car number 41. And that car belongs to none other than Carl Fredrickson of Speedway Illustrated magazine. Watching for the pace vehicle to leave the speedway. That's a good-looking formation coming around turn number 4. Don Horvath turns them loose. They power down into turn number 1. Out of the corner, Donnie Lashua comes alive on the outside off turn number 2. Chris Bolton looking strong at the 63. He's currently in the 3rd spot. The sound of those modifieds just bounces off the backstretch wall. Lashua working over the 3rd place car, trying to get that number 3 spot. Down the chute they go into turn number 3. Here they come off the corner. The team cars are going at it nerf bar to nerf bar. Terry and Lashua, cars owned and prepared by series founder Jack Bateman. Nose to tail down that back straightaway. Don Horvath prepping to show some flag action. And here it comes. Andy Shaw. Flex muscles early on here this afternoon. KDW Landscaped. Doing a nice job. Chris Bolton, the checkered flag. Here we are. And this one's in the books. This one goes into the books here. Well, it ought to make for an interesting 100-lap event later on, as the modifieds representing different areas in New England We'll head back, assess, and see what they need to do to prepare for the 100-lap go here tonight at Wiscasset.
All right, thank you very much, John. We'll get you back up here for the main event this afternoon, the Vacation Land 100. Just to give you a little idea of how these guys are hustling around this 3/8 mile speedway. Fast lap of the race in heat number 1 was thrown down by the number 25 of Brian Roby with a 14.739. And fast lap in this one was 14.96 by Jacob